You know when you're really hungry and you want a quick dish that comes together in minutes without a lot of fuss? This is the one. I'm going to do a spaghetti with some summer ingredients that you'll love. And it starts with a good packet of spaghetti. Give it a tap like that and it breaks it out of the packet. Now this spaghetti takes about 8 minutes to cook and I'll have the whole lot together well before that. Now my pasta pot has got boiling water in it and I'll put some salt in it. I like a lot of salt in the water because it should taste like the Mediterranean Sea, and that's how I know the pasta will cook properly. Into the water it goes, all the way around like that to make sure that it spreads out. I want the spaghetti to have water around it as it starts cooking, and it will soften up really, really quickly. There's nothing worse than putting a packet of pasta in the water, you walk away and it's all stuck together. And it should be ready in about 8 minutes to be able to serve up. Now my pan's nice and hot and the timer is on because I need to have everything ready before that pasta is cooked. I'll put plenty of extra virgin olive oil in the pan here, and this pan is up nice and high. Now the extra virgin olive oil is part of the actual dish, so I use plenty of it and I know that it's going to make it taste really, really good. I reckon I've got about 3 or 4 tablespoons in there and it's just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. In goes some sliced onions and some garlic that's been crushed. Have a look at that garlic there. What I did is got the cloves and smashed them and left them whole like this. Sometimes I've chopped them up, but for this dish, when they're whole like this, they will be fantastic. Into the pan they go. Give it a bit of a toss around like that and all the onions will break apart. Now these are button mushrooms that I've sliced up already and I'll just go straight into the pan. At this stage, I like to season it up with some salt and pepper. I've got some salt over here and a good twist of black pepper just to get it all going. Now to give it some flavour, and this is what it comes to. Pasta is quite bland on its own. You need to add some flavour to it. Now the flavour comes from the olives and capers that I'm going to put in here. The other thing I'll add is some peppers. These are some roasted peppers that have been pre-marinated. Now, if you have trouble opening the jar, a little tap like that, and it opens up beautifully. I always have a plate on hand to spoon them out in, and that way the liquid or the brine that's in the jar, I can keep aside. Also some semi-dried tomatoes. I love this. A little tap like that, and out they come. I'll use the oil from the semi-dried tomatoes in the pasta, because that's got great flavour. In it goes like that. The rest of it, I'll spoon out onto the plate here like this. And that way, I can be assured I get the right amount of everything in the pasta dish. Now you can see the mushrooms are coming up beautifully. I've got a lovely golden colour to the outside. And at this stage here, I can add my olives. I'll add about half of these olives in here and a few of these capers as well. I love the sharpness that the capers give this dish. Now the semi-dried tomatoes can go in here, and of course the peppers. In they go as well. They give it a great colour. Now stir that around for a little bit like this, and I'll just check my pasta. The pasta's coming along beautifully, but I reckon it's got another 4 or 5 minutes to go. I'll give this a little bit of a stir like this and turn it down to a gentle simmer. That'll give me time to tidy this up, chop some herbs and get this baby ready to bring home. That's what I love about this pasta. It all happens really, really quickly. Just in time to chop the herbs, nice and rough. I throw them straight on the top here like this. Now my spaghetti's ready to go, and I'll just take it out with the tongs like this. And I don't worry about draining too much of the liquid off, because a lot of that liquid or the pasta water that the pasta's been cooked in has got a lot of flavour in it, and that's what you want. In that goes, and then some salt and pepper. Little sprinkle of salt goes on the top there, and some pepper as well. Smells delicious and it looks great as well. A little toss around of the pan like this, and you can see the pasta will start to soak up all the juices that are in the pan. Turn it off like that, you can still hear it sizzling, but look at all those flavours going around there. Plenty of fresh herbs there as well to bring it all together. Now I've got a large bowl here, and this is my little trick. I stir it around like this and try and get the pasta out. The pasta goes on the bottom, and then we put all of the goodness on top of it like that, and there we go. Look at that, fantastic. Looks great, but a little bit of cheese on top, because a little bit of cheese helps the pasta. I've got some bocconcini. These are great little bocconcini balls that I just like to put on the top here. As the heat from the pasta comes up to the cheese, it actually melts it and makes it nice and soft and gooey. A little bit more on the outside there, and then of course Parmesan cheese, because you can't have pasta without Parmesan cheese. This is a cracking pasta dish, really simple, all made from ingredients that you'll find in your pantry.